they about to be reacting to. F the streets. And then we see 21 Savage on the thumbnail. Now, we are. If you haven't been sleep on the rock, then you know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, let me tell you what's going on. Young Thug bashed Gunna for snitching when he was in jail, saying YSL gang. Cool. Young Thug get out the jail. Then footage leaked of him talking to the police saying, "Call me whenever you need something," and eating that good food that they give you. But let's see what they talking about.
What's up, y'all? Join the server, whatever. Follow my Instagram. Please, bro, please follow my Instagram. And the video that I know y'all want so bad, I know, bro, it's coming. Just give me a little bit, please, bro. This video was scheduled to go out before that, so work with me. So probably about a month ago or two at this point. Who cares? I don't know. 21 Savage dropped his album, What Happened to the Streets. And I didn't listen to it until like a week or two ago? Something like that. And the album itself, I mean, it was cool for 21 Savage. I mean, he's a mainstream artist, so of course it's gonna do his thing. There's a machine behind him. The effects of making a whole collaborative album with Drake are still taking plenty of effect, right? So of course the numbers look okay for 21 Savage. Point is that the overarching theme of this album is that the streets are dead, things aren't the same, fuck the streets, and
what's crazy, but they only saying that because they mans got hemmed up. If he never got hemmed up, they would have continued to say, if Gunna, you're a rat, you're this, you're that. If Woody, you're a rat too. Where's that same energy for Thug? They playing favoritism and they street politicking, bro. I don't like that, bro.
I don't have an issue with that movement at all. In fact, I think it's long overdue, as a matter of fact.
It's being a hypocrite. You're being a hypocrite. I definitely got
the streets will take you. It's to the graveyard or the prison yard.
Right.
Literally doesn't end any other way. However, the reason I'm making this video is because I just find it overtly hypocritical that this is the movement niggas want to push now that the big street guy like Young Thug did some
hypocrites,
ratting, that non-street shit that us civilians are not allowed to talk about.
Man, I'm confused.
Why?
Fuck the street.
I ain't supposed to say it like that.
You shouldn't.
I probably said say the street.
Only said you saying that because your man's hemmed up and you want to continue this nice relationship you got your man's. Because y'all both from Atlanta. I mean, you're from the UK, but still, bro.
We gotta stay the streets. We gotta get all the bullshit, all the crazy killer shit out of it, and put the love and the hustle back in the shit.
Yeah, but bullshit come with the street. That come with the street. But you just saying we ain't pushing that.
Yeah, we ain't pushing it. We trying to stop it.
Right. 21 Savage's words, by the way. And I'll come back to that. But let me tell y'all about this album real quick, because while I was listening to it, certain things in particular jumped out at me. Check out some of these lyrics, man. I get chills in my body every time I touch her. I catch 100 bodies if a nigga touch her.
Whoa.
Bro.
Hey, that street talk to me, man.
You walk in the room, everybody shut the fuck up. If you see the car, then it's too late. You should have ducked.
Duck goose. Hey, y'all, let me get an ad block when I get money time. Don't worry about it. How y'all day going? I'm just tired. Talking about Doug. Bro, you're trying to do Doug. Come on, man.
Are those not street related lyrics?
That is definitely street related lyrics, bro.
Look at this. This is the first thing you hear on the second track. 300 blackout will pierce a nigga lung. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, we ain't pushing it. We trying to stop it.
I mean, I got the whole thing on screen here. But my point is, Savage, if the streets are dead or...
Drop my motherfucking... Yo, can you hear me? Yo.
Different, whatever. From your perspective,
I dropped my mic.
Why are you still rapping about it? Look, here's the thing, and we'll get back into the street shit, but I listened to this whole album.
I didn't listen to the album. I don't have no interest in listening to the album. Ever since, 2016, 2017, maybe 2018, 2015, when he popped. That's when I was really listening to Thug. When It's a Knife, all that. Other than that, nah.
Remember what I was doing while I was listening to it. Now, Eternal Take, on the other hand...
That's gas. Call me what you want, but I like that album. I don't care what y'all say. Me personally, I like Eternal Take. Y'all might not like it, but I like it. Me personally.
Trust me, this will wrap around. I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing, and that was almost 6 years ago. That's called Impactful Music, chat. This album, it's definitely not terrible, but I'll probably never listen to it again.
I ain't never heard a song off of it. Y'all know a good song off of it? If y'all do, let me know down in the comments below. Cause I ain't heard it
Nothing
yet.
stood out at all. And the amount of times I've heard Savage say he doesn't give a fuck about rapping is quite a few. And it's very apparent in his music. This modern day bullshit trap music just has hit a fucking wall, honestly. And it's so unbelievably boring at this point, bro. And I know that with all the discourse about how ass the mainstream has been lately, that's a video in and of itself. But the point is, you went on this weak ass half promo run trying to explain away that the ideology of being a street nigga is stupid when that's quite literally what you've shared with the mainstream since what, like 2015, 2016, bro? Why is it fuck the streets now? Well, I'll give you 2 reasons, but I do need to clarify first that there was a post by 21 over here. He did say, when I say fuck the streets, I'm talking about the part, you know, that gave me trauma and the part that made me not be able to sleep at night.
Nah, bro. You saying F people lifestyle. People live like that every day, day in and day out. They live, breathe, and die for the streets. If you were to say F that lifestyle, I'd be hurt too. But guess what? I'm not the streets. I'm a civilian. You feel me?
If you ain't tired of that part, you ain't been through it. Now, with that aspect, I completely understand because at their point, you're more so talking about personal experience.
But that's
which
what
would be
comes.
fine.
That's the stuff that comes with the streets. They tell you before you get your feet wet. Don't be playing that water. You playing that water, you get wet. Hey man, you too far gone.
We're sitting at a whopping 20 million followers at the time of me recording this, bro. You said all of this to them. You knew damn well how people were gonna take you saying this, especially with what your career is associated with within the realm of this music.
You built your whole career off the streets. Come on, bro.
Which is exactly why I think this is just a horrendous marketing campaign.
Why couldn't it be streets in 2020? Huh? When I came home, it's the streets now when your man rap, right? So now it's the streets.
Hey,
now
that's
when it's
real,
convenient for us, for Atlanta, for us, the Spanish told, but when it's black tell, it's the streets. This shit traumatized us, bro.
You decide that now with Atlanta's weird ass obsession with snitching and how one of the biggest artists from Atlanta is now associated with that, how confusing it may be for the city and that, you know, what did happen to the streets, man? Good question, bro. In my personal opinion, which may not matter because I'm not out here killing people, is that I just think it all lines up too well. Atlanta basically has to side-eye one of the biggest names from the city, Young Thug, on the street perspective. So now another huge name says, you know what? The streets aren't the same anyway. Maybe none of this make a lick of damn sense. And I'm not about to get into the whole product of your environment argument, but come on, bro. Let's be serious here.
I mean, bro, to be fair though, people are a product of their environment. You see trust fund babies with rich because they're a product of a rich environment. You see trench babies stay in the trenches because why? Because they're a product of their trench reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of panhandlers, they have babies and then instead of trying to break out the curse, they only doing what they was raised to see. They only doing what they was taught to see. They don't know a bigger picture. So it's like, you know.
A thought long in his head before the YSL Rico even happened. And I'm not saying he's only on this campaign because of everything that's happened with that.
Yes, he is.
But y'all have to understand.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
The timing is just mad odd.
Your man Gunna ratted, right?
I'm saying
Thug ratted. Atlanta's looking bad. Remember Atlanta used to be the face of the shit?
Hell yeah.
That's called manipulation. It's like, yo.
Say what you want about 6ix9ine. That man's just right, bro. Say what you want about the
convince the consumers, the fans. If we confuse the fans, start a movement saying fuck the streets. The street, everybody's gonna say, you know what? Yeah, bro, it's gonna give. All right, so fuck the streets. Now we get to accept Gunna back, and then Gunna's gonna be able to make music with Young Thug again. We confuse the out of these dumbass fans, right?
No, they're not confusing nothing, bro. It's like, it's being a hypocrite. I feel like if you're getting manipulated and confused, you are an easily controlled person because it's like, I'm genuinely confused, bro. You don't see what just happened? It'll be different if Young Thug wasn't on Gunna the way that he was, but the fact that he was clowning that man, disowning that man, when he was putting money in his pocket just for him to get locked up and do 10 times worse than what he did, that ain't favoritism, bro. The streets is favoritism. And if you're in the streets and you don't see the streets as favoritism, you should get out of the streets soon because they only favor the people in power. Come on.
Hypocrisy and the contradictory
Yes.
lyrics is
Yes.
just
Yes.
iffy to me because
Yes.
why? It can't be fuck the streets when you still in your songs are talking about street shit. But what do I know,
Indeed.
man? Y'all know I'm not a numbers guy at all. I care about the music. I could give a fuck if it goes double aluminum. But after this campaign started, it was projected to have been at least debuting in number 7. Which would have been a pretty sizable drop from the last LP, which was American Dream. But then there
I ain't
was a
heard that neither.
quote-unquote sudden surge in digital downloads, and it debuted at number 3. I mean, do we even need to...
That debuted at number 3. Name me 3 songs off of there right now. Sing the lyrics in the comments. Anything. Please show me. You know what happened? Doug put his hand on his back. Like he, you know what I'm saying? Like he paid for his own streams and Gunna streams. Yeah.
into the whole botting conversation?
Yeah.
No, but it's so fucking obvious that
He's
these guys
definitely
pay their way to
botting.
get hired, bro.
If you don't see
And I'm
botting,
saying
you crazy.
these guys because it's not just him and his label that does this. A lot of people do this. It's just a side of the industry I haven't studied enough, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know anything about that or how it all works. But if you really sit on the internet
How it
and do
works, you pay money for views. That's simple, bro.
research, it's obvious there was
Play
behind the
that
scenes
much
play
research.
to make this album go up. If people are physically buying this album, I'm shocked, honestly. Let me know if you bought it. Maybe I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I feel like Atlanta is more so feeling, people like Future, Big Trash The Plug, Drake, Nudie, Killer Mike. Does 21 really fit into all of that? I mean, you can argue yes, and that's
Yeah, kinda.
fine, but
Yeah.
look at the shit he did just to make sure his name was even in conversations before this album came out, bro. 2 years ago, it was about how he's not fully American and how he's from the UK, and now it's this topic of conversation. This shit's so obvious, it's not even funny, man. Some of these rappers literally see themselves as marketing employees and see their jobs as that, just jobs. I just said that 21 has said numerous times that he doesn't even care about rapping. So why would he not be on some fuck the streets type time?
I mean, he don't care because he already made it. He only sent F the streets because he made it. He can't benefit from the streets no more. His mans then told, now he can't be with his mans as much because he got what he needed out the streets and some. Therefore, he don't need y'all no more. So it's F the streets. I get where he coming from, but dang.
Very publicly,
Why be so harsh
just to make sure
for the
he
people that put money in your pocket? Come on,
a bit
bro.
more bread for his
Those for
album.
president.
Now listen, y'all, because I'm about to get a tad bit deep, but hip hop itself has become a billion-dollar industry off of music that was solely built upon the streets, even
Yeah.
glorifying it. It's been this way since the 90s, bro. Yes, there's different elements of rap music, like the more conscious side of things. But we all know what gangster rap did in the 90s, bro. At one point, and even still today, niggas think it's cool to go rob, steal, and kill, bro. Half of this shit is built on black trauma. Sorry to alienate my white supporters for like the millionth time, but it's true.
That's facts, gang. Talk that shit.
And that's
It
why I
is
think
facts,
a little
man.
slogan like
It
fuck
is
the streets
facts.
isn't gonna do anything other than push a very certain album that's pertaining to that overarching theme. You know what I'm saying? It's a good concept. I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying that, that side of things will only take you to two places that you really don't want to be at. But if we want to be real, more needs to actually be done in order to make a serious change. And unfortunately, I don't even really know how we could do that. I don't be rapping about that kind of shit, so it's not my job. But 21 and all the other rappers that joined hands with him when he tweeted that bullshit should actually, do something about it. I think maybe if we slow down on talking about robbing and shooting
See,
niggas,
I'm not with the. I'm gonna tell y'all like that.
we'd probably be a little bit better off. And maybe just have more introspective concepts when it comes to, what we're letting these kids grow up on. I don't know. That's my piece, though, man. At this point,
All right, he pretty much said what he said, but honestly, bro, I'm not with this whole F the streets movement. Just go to the simple fact: you built this whole lavish lifestyle off the streets. Now it's forget the streets because you made it, bro. You don't think other people could make it off their pain from the streets, bro? You don't think other people going through, bro, I feel like that was more so insensitive than anything to the street niggas. Not saying that I have sympathy for them, but it's like, bro, that was insensitive of you to say from one street nigga to another street nigga. But hey, man, I'm just a pedestrian. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.